Toon Fanatics, and welcome to Toon Corner. And today we'll be talking about the making of A Charlie Brown Christmas. It all started somewhere in the middle of 1965 after Lee Mendelsohn made a Charlie Brown documentary that wouldn't be seen by the public until several years later. So one day, Lee received a phone call from the executives over at Coca-Cola, and they told Lee that they have pitched an idea for a Christmas special starring Charlie Brown to CBS. And they told CBS that Lee and his crew are working on the special. So when Coca-Cola asked, "How is the special going along?" Lee was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine," and just hung up. Well, one, Lee had no idea that he was going to be working on a Charlie Brown Christmas special, and two, he didn't start production on it yet. So Lee called Charles M. Schulz, the creator of the Peanuts comic strips, and asked Charles, "Hey, would you like to work on a Charlie Brown Christmas special?" And Charles was like, "What is that?" So Lee told Charles that it is a Christmas special that requires a story by the following week. So Lee and Charles teamed up with animator Bill Melendez, and together they started working on a story. For the music, they hired jazz musician Vince Guaraldi. There are three things that made A Charlie Brown Christmas stand out. One, all the children in the special were actually voiced by real children. A lot of the children that were voicing the characters were not child actors, and some of them weren't able to read yet, so the people working on the special had to feed the children lines a little bit at a time. And Bill Melendez was responsible for the sound effects for Snoopy. Two, this is a special with no laugh track. I guess during the 1960s, laugh tracks were kind of a big thing in different cartoon shows. So when CBS asked Charles if they can put a laugh track in the special, Charles was like, absolutely not. I mean, he was strongly against the idea of laugh tracks. And three, there was a scene where Linus quotes from the Bible, from the book of Luke, which tells us the story of Jesus' birth. Back then, it was a very gutsy move. I mean, keep in mind, this was pre-VeggieTales. VeggieTales did not exist yet. So, it was kind of a gamble. And Bill was trying to talk Charles out of doing that scene. And Charles said, "Well, if we're not going to do it, then who will?" So, after the special was all finished, they sent A Charlie Brown Christmas to the executives over at Coca-Cola and CBS, and they hated the special. They didn't like the jazz music, they didn't like the children voicing the characters, and they thought the animation was bad. But they were in a scenario where a deal is a deal. So they were like, "I tell you what, we'll air this one time, and that is it." So during the Christmas season in 1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas made its debut, and it became a classic. It received positive reviews and won a couple of awards. And the question of the day is, what are your thoughts on A Charlie Brown Christmas? Just let me know in the comment section down below if you have any requests. And I'll see you next time. in Toon Corner.